What is up, everybody? This is Daniel here. Welcome back to another video. So I'm bringing you a draft analysis for the San Antonio Snorlaxes for the YCL Season 5. YCL stands for YouTube Challenger League. And today I'm just going to tell you about my draft picks in the order I brought them and why I brought them and why I thought they might be a good pick. Again, I'm still not the most experienced draft Pokemon battler, but I definitely like the idea of it. And I was in YCL Season 3, I was in LET Season 9, I did the YCL Speed Tour. Season 3 and the Speed Tour, I didn't do good at all. But in LET, I did make it to playoffs. I did end up losing to Sventoon, but Sventoon is a great draft battler. He's in a lot of different drafts, and honestly, he's in Season 5 of the YCL, so I have to look out for him as well. So my first pick I picked was Tapulee. Tapulee is a great Pokemon. Like, he's really great. I had to bring up Tapulee's stats. I can't just like look at this alone. But yeah. So Tapulee, he has a lot of different things going for him. The main thing I liked about him was his Psychic Surge ability. He brings up Psychic Terrain, and that stops priority. So if I can get my Psychic Terrain up, it really hinders the opponents to maybe use Extreme Speed, Bullet Punch, Aqua Jet, you know, all those priority moves that can really get me Shadow Sneak, Sucker Punch. I mean, granted, Gyarados and Emoga aren't affected by it because they're flying types. It only really helps out my grounded Pokemon, but Psychic Terrain really does help a lot. And even if I have a Gyarados, he's not immune, but like he resists Bullet Punch, he resists Aqua Jet. You only really gotta worry about Extreme Speeds and Sucker Punch and stuff. But hold on, let me get to my list of all my Pokemon. Let's see. Hold on, right here. Alright, perfect. So Tapulee is really great. At base special attack stat, pretty much my best stat right there. It's 130. I have a 95 base speed, but if I throw a Choice Scarf on that, perfect. I outspeed a lot of threats. I can hit hard as well. I can learn things like Moonblast, Psychic, Psyshock. Future Sight is a great move, especially for drafts. I can use Future Sight, force a switch, send out a counter, and then he has to either take a hit from my counter or take the hit from the Future Sight. There's so many different things I can do. I can learn Calm Mind. I can learn like Reflect, Light Screen. I can be very supportive. There's so many different things Tapulee can bring, and one best thing, I threw his Choice Specs on him. He hits hard. He hits super hard. But yeah, he's got the Psychic and Fairy typing. Fairy's gonna be really good against some of the Pokemon I have to deal with. And Tapulee overall, he's just a great Pokemon that I picked. So Psychic Terrain being a really good ability. Yes, I know there's other ability users out there like Rillaboom, Tapu Koko, Tapu Fini. I don't even know if anyone drafted Tapu Fini. Excuse me. But yeah, so those Pokemon I'll have to watch out for sure, because they can definitely counteract my Psychic Terrain. But you know, it's a draft. I have to prep for it. So if I see they have one of those Pokemon, I'll prep for it. But yeah, I love Tapulee. Tapulee has done me wonders just for my single competitive Pokemon battles I do. I do a lot of Smoggin, OU, UU, RU, NU. A lot of the ladders. You know, I do mainly the Smoggin competitive singles, but I am learning VGC still. It's taking me forever to learn VGC because I rarely ever do it. And drafts, I'm still getting the hang of it. I'm liking the drafts. I love the draft leagues, but a lot of people I go against are so experienced that they just kind of overwhelm me. And the whole tech, I suck at tech. I usually just do basic stuff, but I'm still getting used to everything. So hopefully this season I'll do a lot better than Season 3. So far, you guys will see spoilers. I had a pretty good start for Season 1, Week 1 for this YCL Season 5. And coming in number 2, I got Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn is one of my favorite bulky and utility Pokemon I like to use almost overall, even like single competitive use. He has like 2 weaknesses, Fire and Fighting, and he has Iron Barbs, which is a great ability, especially if you compare it with Rocky Helmet. A Pokemon just touches you physically, they get Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet damage alone, and that's just great. And he can take a lot of hits. He's very defensive, physically and specially. He has a great hazard setup. He got Stealth Rock, Spikes. He can use Leech Seed, Gyro Ball, Knockoff, Power Rip. Like, here's so many things he can use right now. Like, right away. He can, I can keep going. But, I love Ferrothorn. He has a great ability, great typing, great physical bulk. Let's see, what is his stats? Ferrothorn, he's got a 94 power and attack, so his Gyro Balls and Power Whip and stuff will be hitting hard. His defense is 131 and his special defense is 116. And that's what he really got going for him. Like, his special attack, abysmal. HP is alright with 74. Speed's terrible, but it's a Ferrothorn. All he's really there for is to set up things, annoy the opponent, set up Stealth Rock, set up Spikes, take hits, dish out damage with Iron Barbs, and if you put a Rocky Helmet, even better. Or if you don't have Rocky Helmet, you want to put a Rocky Helmet on something else, you can put Leftovers on to get some kind of recovery alongside Leech Seed. Because Ferrothorn, he doesn't really have any reliable recovery, except for Leech Seed and Leftovers. So you might want to put Leftovers on him as well. But overall, he's a great hazard setup. Like, if I can get Stealth Rocks or Spikes on the field, hell, even both, that would be really ideal for a lot of my hard hitters to have on my team. And his lack of weaknesses is great, you know. And most fighting type Pokemon that go against him are physical, so you're gonna think twice before hitting him with a close combat or whatnot, because they will take damage, especially if I have a Iron Bar Rocky Helmet combo, which I might have half the time. I might have Leftovers. I might have like the Aqua Berry or whatever, but we'll all figure that out as the draft goes on and who I'm up against. Third in my pick, I have Volcarona. Volcarona, I don't know if you guys ever watched my YCL Season 3 battle. I got destroyed by him. Destroyed. By Sally. Yeah. He 6-0'd me. He destroyed my whole team with Volcarona. I sent out a chance to use the counter, and he just safeguarded and just proceeded to set up and just absolutely obliterated me. And I've been scarred ever since from Volcarona. I've had some regular Wi-Fi battles, you know, OU with Volcarona, and that has done me some success. But I was like, you know what? I had a hard time against him, might as well bring him. So I got Volcarona. Volcarona is a great Pokemon. He's got a very high special attack stat with a 135, and his speed stat is at 100. So he's actually pretty viable. And even if I don't set up, he can still hit hard. Heck, I might even, most people bring Quiver Dance Volcarona, which is like 99% common. But I can throw Choice Specs on him and he'd still be viable. Choice Scarf, he'd still be viable. You know, so there's so many different things I can do with Volcarona. He's got Flame Body ability, so I can come in on like a Bullet Punch, or like a resistant move, like a Mega Horn, Power Whip, and potentially burn the opponent with Flame Body. Yes, Volcarona is really weak to rocks. Really weak to rocks, and since this is an Item Clause League, I can only bring one Heavy Duty Boots. Volcarona is probably going to have the Heavy Duty Boots like 80% of the time, unless I give him a different item depending on who I'm facing. Because I noticed watching Pat Mac's video, it's out right now. You probably all seen it, but Pat Mac's video, he showed a lot of people's teams and their flaws, and there were a handful of people that didn't have a lot of setters, so like Stealth Rock setters. So I think Volcarona might not need to have the Heavy Duty Boots every time, but for the most part, people see Volcarona, they're gonna assume Heavy Duty Boots. So if I get knocked off or anything, that's gonna be very troublesome. But it's Volcarona. You know, one Quiver Dance, and with the right moveset, depending on who they have, I can potentially sweep like a lot of different teams. Yes, I'm gonna have to get rid of his counters first, and I'll have to prep really good to make sure I can get good with Volcarona. He's a very strong Pokemon. A lot of people know what happens if you let a Volcarona set up. I know personally, but he's a really great Pokemon, especially with that 100 speed and 135 special attack. And if I can send him out on a Pokemon that doesn't really hit him hard and especially offensive, I can easily set up those Quiver Dances. Easily. But again, I'm gonna need a good team support. I don't really have a lot of Defoggers or Rapid Spinners. I have Emoga for Defog. Volcarona himself can learn Defog, but I mean most of the time I want to use an offensive set. But heck, I might use a supportive set. Who knows? It's a draft league. Anything can happen. And I also got my Terminator with Rapid Spin. But anyways, Volcarona overall seems like a really good pick. I got a pretty decent HP stat. I got terrible defense. But overall, he's more of a special. Like I sent him out against special attacking Pokemon to start Quiver Dancing. Quiver Dancing, Quiver Dancing. I can learn Giga Drain, Psychic, Flamethrower, Fiery Dance. Like there's so many different moves I can learn that can give me good coverage. As long as I get rid of the counters that he has, Volcarona would be a very, very nice pick. And I'm pretty tired right now. It's like 4 in the morning. But so this analysis is going to be kind of quick, but I'm going to try to go into as much detail as possible. I might even go back to some of the Pokemon I just talked about, like Tapulee and Ferrothorn. But then my next pick I have is Gyarados. Gyarados is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Has been since I was like 5 years old. I remember one time I played Pokemon Silver version. I had a team of Gyaradoses, an army of Gyaradoses. Every single Pokemon on my team was Gyarados, and I played through the entire game for that, and I destroyed. It was just the most fun I've had, like playing Pokemon Silver version on the Game Boy Color. But yeah, Gyarados is a very good Pokemon. He's got Intimidate and Moxie, so Intimidate's a really good move, or not move, but ability. Intimidate as an ability for my Gyarados is awesome. I can come in on a lot of different physical attackers, intimidate them, and if I EV, or not EV, how do I put it? If I train my Gyarados in certain stats, I'm so tired, but you know what I mean. If I EV train him in defense or special defense, plus intimidate, he can take hits. He can take a lot of hits, especially with his HP stat not being that bad with 95. His defense is 79, and his special defense is 100. So with intimidate plus his special defense, he can take hits. But Gyarados, he's usually known for Dragon Dancing. Dragon Dancing, setting up, and sweeping. That's what he's known for. That's what the majority of the time I'm going to have a Dragon Dancing set. Granted, he can learn a lot of different moves, like Ice Fang, Stone Edge, Waterfall, Earthquake. He can learn Power Whip. You know, heck, he can learn like special moves like Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Fire Blast. You know, all those type of moves. He can learn Outrage. There's so many different moves he can learn that can help me depending on who I'm facing. He's a pretty bulky Pokemon. He can take hits. He's not abysmal. He doesn't die easily. You know, I will have to worry about Stealth Rocks because most of the time I might have the heavy duty boots on Volcarona if I bring Volcarona on that team. So Stealth Rocks might be an issue. So I'm gonna have to make sure I have a good like I might have to bring Terminator, Emoga, or Volcarona to defog them away. Those are my only really hazard control I really have. So I might even trade some Pokemon in the near future just so I can get a little bit more hazard control. Because once I get hazards up, it's going to be tough to run Gyarados and Volcarona without having to worry about the hazards. Same with Terminator as well. They're all affected by it, and Emoga. But yeah, Gyarados is a really nice pick. One of my favorite Pokemon. He can learn so many different moves. He can learn Bounce. He can learn Taunt. He can taunt Pokemon. Like, there's just so many different things I can do with Gyarados. And he's just very consistent. And I love Gyarados so much. He's water and flying. He's immune to ground types. Yeah, he's 4 times weak to electric, but that's what brings me on my next pick. Emoga. Emoga has the ability Motor Drive. I come in electric move. I'm pretty sure Motor Drive dissipates my special attack by stage. Yes, Emoga is not the most powerful Pokemon. He's not the most defensive Pokemon. He is a little speedy with speed being at 103. Emoga has a lot of supportive moves. He can learn Tailwind, Defog, Nuzzle. He can paralyze Pokemon. Tailwind is great. I use Tailwind. Pretty much every one of my Pokemon outspeeds the other team. If I can get a Tailwind off, Terminator, Buffalon, Rhyperior, Machamp, Gyarados, Tapulee, they all have good speed now. At least for 5 turns. So Emoga's going to be great. And if I want, I'll swap his choice specs on Emoga. Volt Switch, Electro Ball. I can use all those different moves. And potentially even hit hard. But Emoga is a really great Pokemon to use, very supportive. He was only 1.2, so it was like, I'm pretty sure he was only 1 point. So it was a really nice pick to have. He's got Static as well as one of his abilities. Static is a really great ability to have. I come in on any kind of physical attack, this is a chance to paralyze the opponent, could literally change the entire battle. Because a lot of the threats most Pokemon have against me is that they're faster. If I can paralyze them, that negates all their speed advantage they had, which is going to be perfect. Yeah, so overall, Emoga's a really good move. Pokemon, he got Volt Switch, so he can pivot well. Yeah, I have to be careful with Emoga though, because yeah, he can't take hits. He's got a defense stat of 65, 60. Sorry, I'm kind of confused. Yeah, yeah, his stats kind of suck, honestly. Not gonna lie. His speed is best stat with 103, but he's mainly just a supported Pokemon. He can come in on the motor drive from if someone tries to target Gyarados, and he can potentially hit hard still with like a Volt Switch or Electro Ball or something like that. Assuming I'm not just using him for straight support like Tailwind, Defog, Nuzzle, and Roost, and all that stuff. But Emoga is a fun pick. I haven't used Emoga often at all, so it'll be fun trying to get used to him and see how I can utilize him with my team. Honestly, the only reason I think he would go well in my team is because of Gyarados. But I can't just rely on Emoga every time to just take all the electric attacks. I can see people see me bring Emoga, they're going to assume I'm going to switch into him. So I got to be smart in how I play this. My next pick I have is Machamp. Machamp is a cool Pokemon to have because he has two different cool abilities, Guts and No Guard. Guts, give him Flame Orb. All of his attacks are like way more powerful now. His close combat, Bullet Punch, his knockoffs. He can learn Ice Punch. He can learn. I'm pretty sure he can learn Earthquake, Stone Edge. All these different moves he can learn, and they all hit hard. And he's not even that not bulky. Machamp has a defense of 80, HP is 90, and a special defense of 85. Most of the time, when I run a singles competitive on OU or whatever, RU, wherever tier he's in, whatever game I'm playing, BDSP, Sword and Shield, Assault Vest is a great thing to put on him. Granted, I know it's not BDSP, but still. Assault Vest is a great thing. He raises his special defense. I give him the No Guard ability, Dynamic Punch, Bullet Punch, Knockoff, Stone Edge. Dynamic Punch and Stone Edge, right then and there. They won't ever miss. A Dynamic Punch is a great move because it does 100 damage, it's stab, and it confuses the opponent every single time. Stone Edge is going to be great to come in against the counters. Say to send out like a Manabuzz, another flying type like Togekiss or something. I just Stone Edge. I won't miss. I won't miss at all. It'll just hit him. And with that critical hit chance, perfect. And with my base attack of 130, all my attacks are hitting hard. Adamant Nature, even hard. You know, it's just perfect. Machamp is a great Pokemon to have. Like, I was watching Pat Mac's video, and he's right, though, about my team. I don't have a lot of ways to get these Pokemon to send out without them dying. I need safe switches. So maybe later on I'll do some trade, but right now I want to see how I can do with the team I have. I feel pretty confident. Like I said, I got lucky with my first YCL week 1 battle for this week. But it turned out pretty well. Gave me good momentum to start off the season. And I have to think hard. There's a lot of great draft battlers in this season. So I'm pretty sure my second week battle is against Badass Frostlass from the Indiana Tracers. He's going to be tough. He really is going to be tough. He's a really great draft battler. So I have to think hard about who I draft because he's definitely going to try to counter me at all my really hard hitters. Yeah, so I got No Guard and Guts. Both great moves. Like, if I have used No Guard, I'll probably have Dynamic Punch. If I have Guts, it's close combat. Like, I have to figure it out. Bullet Punch is a great priority move to have. Granted, I have to be careful to use my priority if I have Tapulee on the same team. I cannot use my Bullet Punch against one of his Pokemon unless it's a flying type, if my Tapulee has Psychic Surge on the field. So I definitely have to be careful with that. But I think I can manage. Just because I already have that knowledge in my head, I can be careful how I utilize everything on my team. The next pick I have is Spectior. Like, I've never used Spectior ever, and I hardly ever faced him. I probably faced him like one time. But Spectior has a base speed of 130, special attack of 145, HP is 100. So he's not like frail, but he's fast and he's strong. And I just wanted to use him. Why not? You know, I've never used Spectior before. His ability Grenade is pretty good. Pretty sure that just raises your special attack or something if you take it out of Pokemon. Kind of like Moxie. I have to look into that. Actually, I'll look it up right now. Because that could really be helpful. Let me look it up. Grenade. I need the exact definition. Grenade. This Pokemon, yeah, special attack by one space. If it attacks, knocks out another Pokemon. So it's literally Moxie, but special attack, which is cool. But yeah, Spectior will be nice. You can learn Will-O-Wisp, Phantom Force, Substitute. You can put a Choice Spec. If I put a Choice Specs on it, he's literally hitting hard. He can hit Dark Pulse, Shadow Ball, Hex. Like there's different moves you can use, which are really gonna be really nice and very useful to me. Like again, I'm not too familiar with Spectior, and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name right. But he's gonna be very, very, very cool to use, very fun to use. And if I can get the Stealth Rocks up, do some damage with Machamp, maybe some Tapulee and Rhyperior, Spectior can maybe come in and just clean up the rest of the team. I do have to be careful against Shadow Sneak and Sucker Punch users with him, but I'm sure I can figure it out, especially if I get Tapulee to pair up with him. Tapulee and Spectior would be a good pair, except for incoming like Shadow Balls, because they're both weak to Shadow Ball. But yeah, Tapulee with the Psychic Surge up and Spectior out, I don't have to worry about Shadow Sneaks or Sucker Punches at all. Not one bit. Especially if I can burn some of this Pokemon with Will-O-Wisp. Same thing with the Flame Body and Volcarona. Burning opponents with one of my Pokemon is probably key to helping my team finish up and sweep. Again, I don't know much about Spectior. That's all I can really say about him. You got Grimnay, Special Attack, Moxie, literally sponsor Special Attack. Base 100, what was it? 130 speed. 130 speed. He's my fastest Pokemon I have drafted. And the special attack is 145. The highest, it's even stronger than Tapulee and Volcarona's special attack. And they're powerful. So that'll be a good one to have on my team. Again, not sure if he really fits well with my team. But just having him in my team, I had points. He was still available. I was like, yeah, I'll get Spectior. See what happens. Next Pokemon on my team is Rhyperior. Rhyperior has been one of my favorite Pokemon since I was like 15. Ever since like Platinum, Diamond, Pearl were out, and Soul Silver and all that. Rhyperior was awesome. He's always come in handy. His ability Solid Rock is great because it weakens the super effective moves that are hit on me. So like, if someone uses Aqua Jet, Bullet Punch, Earthquake, it'll do damage, but it won't do as much damage as it should. I have a base defense. Let's see, what's my defense? A base defense is 130, and my attack is 140. So I have the highest attack on my entire squad right here. It's 140. That means, and I'm rocking ground. So Stone Edge and Earthquake are hitting hard. I can also learn moves like Rock Blast and Mega Horn, which will hit hard as well. He's gonna be I can set up Stealth Rocks with him. I can do a couple of different things with him. Another thing I can also do, I can sweep with him if I want to. Depending on who I'm going up against, maybe Jolly, max speed, max attack with a rock polish, I can potentially sweep. Like, Rhyperior is going to be a great Pokemon he can have. I also have the ability to Reckless, which I don't see me using that much, and same with Lightning Rod. Solid Rock's probably the ability I'm going to use the majority of the time. But again, it's a draft league, so I have to get used to using some weird tech that I don't really use in my usual competitive battles that you see. So I'm going to have to use Rhyperior accordingly. He can come in on a lot of attacks, not specially, but say I'm facing someone that has a Sandstorm Pokemon, it'll really help my special defense, which will be nice, and I can maybe EV train it in a certain way to allow me to take some hits that I usually wouldn't normally take. So Rhyperior is going to be a great Pokemon to have. I can set up the rocks, or I can be a sweeper, or I can be a wall breaker, put a choice band maybe. Like, there's so many different things I can do with Rhyperior. And he's just, overall, he's just a really cool Pokemon I can have. Really defensive, really powerful, and it's gonna go well with some of the Pokemon on my team because a lot of my Pokemon teams are just hard hitters. Rhyperior can be both a defensive and a hard hitter. Coming with the next one on my team, Galarian Corsa. Galarian Corsa is a cool Pokemon. Don't have too much familiarity with it, but it can set up Stealth Rocks. I can Will-O-Wisp. I can Strength Sap. I can really just take hits. He can take a lot of hits. Comes on and fighting attacks. Want to force the switch because no one wants to get burned on when they try to fight me. All physical Pokemon do not want to get burned by this Corsa. They don't want to get Strength Sap by this Corsa. My goal with Corsa is mainly just to make it so he doesn't go down, and he just annoys the other Pokemon on the opposite team. I honestly am thinking about even trading him because I don't see him fitting too well with this team. But looking at my team, I do need a little bit more defensive bulk. So And majority of the time, people are gonna know what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have Eviolite like 80% of the time, 90% of the time on this Corsa. Because Eviolite's gonna double my defense and special defense. So I learned Weak Armor and Curse Body. Curse Body is gonna be great. They try to hit me with a Crunch, they don't kill. I hit him with a Strength Zap, I gain my health back, but he got Curse Body, now he can't use Crunch again. So that could be potentially be really good. I'm pretty sure Curse Body disables a move, right? I'm looking at it right now. I'm still getting used to some of these abilities. I don't remember half of them. Yeah, there's a 30% chance that the Curse Body will disable that move. So if they say try to use Crunch or Shadow Ball or something, or it's a physical, I think it's a physical thing, so like Shadow Sneak, Sucker Punch, Crunch, and none of those take me out and it gets disabled, and I Strength Zap, they're going to have to figure out a new game plan there. So Corsa can be a great Pokemon to come in on some of the hits that some of my other Pokemon can't. Like, I would say Ferrothorn, Rhyperior, and Corsa get to come in on hits, like, most of the time. Machamp, maybe, and Terminator, maybe. But, for the most part, I don't have a lot of free switch-ins of things, unless it's Corsa, Rhyperior, or Ferrothorn. So, again, like Pat Mac's video said, I need a little bit more momentum on this team. But I'm going to try this team out the way I have it right now and see what I can utilize, see what I can get used to. I'm going to have to think hard because a lot of the opponents I have in these first 9 weeks are very experienced. And I know they're going to have some crazy tech that I wouldn't even think about because I'm so standard on what I use. But, yeah, the next Pokemon's Terminator. So I know I already have a Fire type with Volcarona, but I wanted a Dragon type and I was running out of points. And Terminator's never done me wrong. Terminator's a great Pokemon. He's got ability Shell Armor, so he doesn't get critical hits. He has a defense of, let's see, 135, so his defense is amazing. My special attack is 91, which isn't too bad. But Terminator has the access to Shell Smash. Shell Smash is a great move for Terminator because Shell Smash is a great move for Terminator because doubles my speed, doubles my special attack, doubles my attack, which not really matter because I'm probably going to be special attack variant or oriented. I can Draco Meteor, Flash Cannon, Flamethrower, and some other moves, but those 3 alone give me some good coverage. And he can be a good late game sweep once I get rid of some of the counters. If I'm not, I don't want to use a sweeping one. I can make a bulky, physically defensive one with Rapid Spin and stuff like that. And overall, Terminator's never done me wrong. He's won me lots of Gyarados, especially the LET and a couple of the YCL ones. LET, he did some work. But yeah, I love Terminator. 3rd time I've drafted him, and I don't regret it. You know, maybe after the first battle or 2 in the YCL, I'll switch a Pokemon around. But I don't like trading. I really don't like trading. So I like to stick with what I got and see what I can make work. But looking at my team, like Corsa and Terminator, or Spectior, heck, I might even trade Spectior. I don't know yet. But I want to see how they do. And once I figure out my flaws and if I can't utilize my team correctly, then I might make those trades. Terminator seems like a really good pick to use. I like the typing Fire and Dragon. I can learn Flash Cannon, which is going to be nice against some of the fairies that come against my team. I don't really have any Pokemon that can hit fairies hard except for Ferrothorn and Terminator. And Machamp's Bullet Punch. I don't have any Poison really, which the Steel's going to have to come and play. But yeah, that's what I got. Terminator there. Next pick and my final pick was Buffalo. So I just like Buffalo. He's got afro. He's got an afro and he's got horns. So why not use him? Buffalo's got an attack of 110, so it's not even like weak at all. He's got the bulk with the 95 HP, 95 defense, and 95 special defense. So I can potentially just make him more bulk in a physical attacking, and he can take hits and hit hard. He's got the ability of Reckless, Sap Sipper, and Soundproof. So Reckless and Sap Sipper are probably the 2 abilities you'll see me use more. So the more grass types they have on their team, most likely I'll have Sap Sipper. If you got not much grass attacks, I'm just using Reckless. I use Head Charge and stuff like that. So yeah, Balfalon, he's just being there. I can put like a choice band on him, choice scarf, life orb. I can do a couple different things with Balfalon. I'm not familiar with Balfalon, and like I said, I was running out of points at this point, so I'm just kind of picking like some cool Pokemon I can figure it out with. Some of the Pokemon I wanted to draft already picked. I got sniped a lot this season, so I got lucky with my first 3 picks, but after that I started getting sniped left and right. So I had to like figure it out as I went, like with Gyarados and Emoga and Chance. Everything after Volcarona was just kind of me randomly picking the Pokemon that got sniped. Because not only did I get sniped with my main picks, my backups got sniped too. So I had to figure out what I had to do, and it was like, at the time I was just like at work or something, and I was like, well, I need to pick something. I got sniped not just once but twice. So I had to deal with it, and I'm not unhappy with my team. I am really proud of my team, honestly. So Bufflin and Spectior are definitely the newbies that I have never really used ever. Not even in my competitive battles that I usually post on my YouTube channel. But it'll be cool. Like, Sap Slipper is a great move to have. Come in, like, say that I know, like, LA Lucario's coached by Hollow Kid. He got Rillaboom. Sap Slipper might work well with that, you know? Who knows? But I'll have to figure it out depending on who I'm facing. I'll think through my team. But overall, my team is pretty solid, in my opinion. Yes, Pat Mac, in his video, he's definitely correct about my momentum and getting my Pokemon in safely. But that's just something I'm going to think about and prep hard about and just utilize, you know? Like I said, I did this draft analysis after I did my week 1 battle against Squid Defeed. He's the coach of the Lisbon Arcanines. And honestly, I got really lucky in that battle. So, I'm not saying my team is awesome just because I had a great start. I got really lucky in that battle. So, and honestly, he played very well. Very, very well. And it was just mainly, I don't know, he pissed off the Hackscots. But yeah, spoiler alert, but I already posted in the replays and stuff. But yeah, my team's great. Tapulee stops priority, hits hard, different variants. He can be supportive and just offensive. Ferrothorn's a great supportive Pokemon with Stealth Rocks and Spikes, Leech Seed, Knockoff, Gyro Ball, Power Whip. I can use Thunder Wave and Toxic. Like, there's just so many different things I can do with Ferrothorn. Very supportive Pokemon. Volcarona is a very scary Pokemon to let set up. And honestly, if I want, I can be a little techie and use a supportive Volcarona, which is probably going to be rare. Really depends on who I'm going against. You might not even see it at all in this draft league. Gyarados, great sweeper, he can come in a lot of Pokemon. Scizor is a great example. Like, they send out Scizor, send out Gyarados. What's Scizor going to do me? U-turn, Bullet Punch, after Intimidate? Not much. Emoga, great supporter Pokemon. I can nuzzle things and paralyze them. Defog, Tailwind. Tailwind is a great move I can use to help my team out, especially if I need to get that extra speed boost. Just outspeed some maybe a choice card Pokemon or Pokemon that's set up. Champ's great, hit hard with close combat or dynamic punch depending on what ability I decide to use and who I'm facing. Regular knockoff to knock off some items. Spectior is going to be a new Pokemon for me to utilize. I'm not really familiar with him, but the stats speak for himself. He's going to be hard to deal with once I get some Chip and other Pokemon weaken on their team. Potentially sweep up and clean Pokemon up. Superior, defensive, offensive, supportive, different variations I can use with him. And he hits hard and hits a base attack 140. Like, no one wants to get hit with the Earthquake, a base 140 Earthquake, you know? Galarian Corsa, I can just come in on attacks and wither you down with Strength Sap and Will-O-Wisps. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to Nightshade, add some extra damage. Again, Galarian Corsola is just kind of a random Pokemon I picked. I might trade him, honestly. He's the one Pokemon I've been thinking about trading. But we'll see how he goes. If he works out for me, I'm not going to trade him, because it's Galarian Corsola. And the only thing I also am worried about him is because he's going to be pretty obvious of the item I bring. Because we only bring one item of Pokemon. If you like, it's going to be the item I'm probably going to bring for him. And a lot of people can just guess that. Me telling you right now is no surprise, you know? Terminator hasn't done me wrong yet. Hopefully he doesn't do me wrong this battle, this draft, but we'll see how it goes. He can be supportive or sweeper, choice specs, and whatever I want to do with Terminator, I'll just do. And he can hit hard, and he can counter some of those fairies, or hit hard with a Draco Meter. He got Flamethrower, Fire Blast, stuff like that. He can learn Rapid Spin to get rid of some of the rocks that are on my side of the field. Because rocks really doesn't really hurt me too much, except for Volcarona, Gyarados, and Terminator. And Emoga, but whatever. You know what I mean. And Buffalo, another new Pokemon for me, kind of like Spectior. I haven't really used him often, not even in my competitive plays. But just with his attack power, his bulk, reckless, and sap sipper, I can do a couple things with him. So that'd be very nice. But yeah, this is the team of the San Antonio Snorlaxes for the YCL Season 5. Hope you guys enjoyed this draft analysis. I'm gonna go to bed. Figure Dave is out. GG's.